What's going on, guys? We're back with the next video on our beginner's guide playlist. We'll be talking about support and resistance lines in respect to price action, and we'll be drawing lines to demonstrate these supports and resistances. So when I say price action, I literally mean the action that the price takes, or the value of whatever it is that you're looking at. I'm looking at Ethereum in respect to Bitcoin. So when you're drawing a support or resistance line, it can be done one or two ways, either by the body of the candlestick or by the wick of the candlestick. I spoke a little bit about this in the last video and how it's important to choose one or the other and not do both during the video. So you're gonna either go by the body of the candlestick or both in your trading method. So to draw a support or resistance line, we're going to click here and click on the horizontal line right there. This allows you to edit the color, the thickness of the lines, and the perforation of the line also right there. All right, so we'll start with the support line. A support line, I like to use the red color for this one. It's the point where the price gets held. So the price is going to come down to a point, for example here. It's going to come there and it's going to bounce. So that lets you know that there's a support line there. Now you can do a support line in several different areas. Either the highest or the lowest point on the graph, or where the graph comes down and bounces at a price several times. So the strongest support lines are either the lowest point on the graph or where it touches multiple times, for example here also. Let's draw another one. I like to make the thickness of the line correlate with the strength of the support line. So here, like I said, the strongest lines are either at the lowest or the highest point and where it gets touched a lot. So this one is the strongest line on the graph. And then I'll probably make this one just about as strong because it gets touched here, or it gets close to being touched here, 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 and here. So we can go through and draw a couple more just so I can get the point across on what they really look like. So we can draw another support line here because the price comes down and bounces there to relative minimum. We can draw another one here. The price comes down and touches there. Now a line like this, we probably wouldn't make it too strong because it doesn't get touched too many times earlier in the graph, where like the price doesn't bounce off. You see, it just goes through there. So I'll make that one perforated, dotted line right there. So those are our support lines. Now it's really important to keep in mind that you need to figure out which way you trade, because you can either go by the candle wick or the body of the candlestick, but you can't switch between the candle wick and the body. I said that in the last video, but that's really important. So me personally, I go by the body of the candlestick. So really just practice both and figure out which way works for you best. But yeah, you got to choose one way to go about that. Now the resistance is the exact same thing, except it's the opposite. I use a green color, and it's for when the price comes up to a point and comes back down. So this is the highest point. It's the maximum. So we're gonna make that thick. We're gonna make it a full line. It doesn't have to be that big, but just so you can differentiate. Then you go through and you draw the rest of your lines. We can draw another one here. We can draw another one down here. We can draw another one here, but we'll leave that one. We can draw another one here. Now here it comes very close to getting touched right here and right here, so that could be a little bit stronger than these other ones. So let's make these dotted, not the strongest line. All right, so there we go. We got a support and resistance line drawn. Another thing to keep in mind is, for example, if we're looking at this support line right here, it comes and bounces, and then it goes through. When the price goes through the line, now it gets changed. In this case, it's a support. Now it gets changed to a resistance. You can change the color to green. But we're looking at this as today. So this is the most recent price action that we have. So honestly, everything underneath this line or underneath this point can be a support. Everything above it can be a resistance, because that's how the price would act if it were to move closer. If it came down here, this would be the support along with every line underneath it. If it was going up, these would be the resistances along with every line above it. So that's another good thing to keep in mind. But let's recap the things that you should know when dealing with support and resistances. First and foremost, stay consistent with how you draw your lines. You need to go by the body of the candlestick or the wick, one of the two, not both. Another thing, it's important to know that the all-time high, the all-time low, and the prices, the lines where the price comes and touches it more than once, more than twice, those are stronger lines than the ones where it gets one bounce off of that, like here, like here. Make sure you understand that the strength of the line either matters on whether it's the highest or the lowest, or the amount of times the price bounces up. Also, last but not least, as the price approaches the line, if it goes through, that line just switched. It went from a support to a resistance, or a resistance to a support. Those are the three things you should have got from this video. So that wraps up our support and trend line, support and resistance line video. We got some more videos coming out very soon. I think next we'll be talking about trend lines. But yeah, you guys subscribe, comment, all of that, and keep updated with our videos. And you're just getting that much closer to being the best trader you could be.